London's #1 dog walking agency. Written by Kate Macdougall. And read by Anna Popplewell. Frank. Jack Russell, 5, Greenwich. October 2006. Number of dogs walked by London's #1 dog walking agency, 1. It was pigeons that started it all, not dogs. Pigeons were the catalyst to the whole thing. A brace of them, garish and cheap, perched on my desk while they waited for an expert valuation. They were porcelain, mid-19th century, and exceptionally ugly. One looked pained, in anguish, as if it might be watching a lover depart for war, while the other was fat and mean with angry, beady eyes, and looked as if it wanted to settle a score with another pigeon. They wore pink bonnets and carried wicker baskets as though they were just popping out to the shops, an activity that seemed incongruous for a pigeon. Ducks or geese do shops and bonnets, while pigeons are more suited to flat caps and park benches. They were badly miscast, in appearance and execution, an unfortunate waste of time, clay, and paint. The pigeons had been in the owner's family for generations, passed down from mother to mother like an unfortunate genetic disease, and carried with them the heavy weight of sentimental value. Their monetary valuation would have been a disappointment to their current custodian, a sprightly retiree from Acton with a saga brochure under her arm and a winter cruise in her sights. With no offspring to bestow them upon, and a penchant for cash in the attic, she had decided that they must be worth at least a lower-deck cabin to the Canaries, and had dropped them off at the front desk of Sotheby's to see how they might fare. There was, of course, a slim chance that somebody might have parted with their hard-earned cash for them. A camp pigeon fancier, perhaps, or an eccentric ornithologist. But that was before I smashed both their heads off. The first was whisked clean off the desk by my elbow as I leant over to pick up the phone, the second joining shortly after with a nudge from a lever arch file. Both siblings not only decapitated, but irreparably fractured on the purple carpet tiling in a splatter of ceramic dust and shards of beak and claw. It was, of course, an accident, and, certainly to my Sotheby's colleagues, nothing out of the ordinary. I was clumsy Kate, tall, gangly, butterfingered. There had been 1 or 2 porcelain mishaps in the past, a few broken bits of furniture here and there, and, of course, the time I spilt an entire chicken cuppa soup on a very rare Persian rug. My clumsiness extended to more than just the objects themselves. I had failed to master the telephone bidding system, and frequently cut important people off, usually just as they were about to bid on something expensive. And I often forgot to press mute when needing to describe someone on the other end of the line as an arsehole. I was congenitally uncoordinated, committedly scruffy, and not at all suited to the old-school poshness of the place, despite having the right kind of background, the right school, the right pronunciation of escritoire, and the prerequisite qualification in art history from a prestigious university. The demise of the pigeons was, in fact, just one more calamity of many in the 4 ineffectual and stagnant years I had spent at the auction house. Simply put, I was bored. Stupidly so. As a back-office helper in the antiques department, most of my days were spent answering inquiries, filing reports, or sitting in pointless meetings. We supported the experts in their cataloguing and selling, but we weren't allowed to learn about the objects, to appraise and critique them, despite the fact that these were the skills the job description had demanded when I applied. We ensured it all ran smoothly, that all the boxes were ticked and the forms filled in, with absolutely no room to use our ripe and expensively cultivated minds, no space to expand, to inquire, to advance. Working life seemed to be one enormous con to me, a deception so brilliant that it had reeled in entire generations of wide-eyed graduates bursting with ideas and energy and youthful enthusiasm, only to station them in front of photocopiers or laminators or shredders. It didn't really matter what your
Sample complete. Ready to continue?